Good afternoon, and thanks for joining us for another Taste of Thirwood here at Thirwood Place, Cape Cod's premier senior active community. I'm here today with Chef John Payne, Larry Lyford, your host. And today we've got a great recipe card lineup. We're going to be serving seafood stew, bisque, and we've got sirloin and grilled shrimp, and we've got a lovely dessert. And incidentally, we've done this show now probably, 4 or 5 times? Yeah. And we thought we'd go out of the box and film in front of a live studio audience. So thank you, audience, for joining us today. And Chef, let's take it away. What do you got for us?
Well, today we're going to do a little demo on, well, we're not going to demo the seafood bisque. I can't do that out here. So we made it this morning in the kitchen. You'll all sample that later. I'm going to demonstrate breaking down a full sirloin strip and different ways that we use it and serve it here at Thirwood. The main one will be like a roast, which we'll be serving for you folks after the demo is over. Difficulty, mediocre, not too hard to do. Pretty simple stuff. Yeah. I have a whole New York strip right here. This is how we receive them here at the resort, at the
community.
At Thirwood.
Yep. Chef, this is the New York sirloin. So when you go to the grocery store and you're buying them in the packages, yes, they're just cut up from this, right?
Right.
Yeah.
We do this a lot of different ways. To do a regular New York sirloin steak, the butchers will trim this fat down a little bit on these roasts. Yep. This comes with a little fat cap on it. This is a USDA choice sirloin. And there's a little chain here. They cut some of that off. And so if you were making a New York sirloin steak from this, yep, pretty much, this is all the butcher's doing for you, and you have your steak.
Beautiful. And you look for that marbling and...
Yes, this got some nice marbling in it, and you can cut these any size you want. This is one way that we would do a steak dinner here. Mm-hmm. When I cut these up, a lot of times is near the end here, it's not as nice a product. We'll save these pieces and cut them up for steak dips. Marinate them and grill them, and we serve them a lot in our little bistro menu here. But today I'm going to demonstrate the whole breakdown of a sirloin. I'll cut this in half so it'll make it easier for everybody to see.
Yeah.
And I completely take all the meat off and go right down to the bare necessities. I'll take all the fat cap off first. Then there's always a layer underneath we call silver skin. You need a nice sharp knife for this, by the way. It really helps.
Nice.
There's
so
a lot of
incidentally, while he's doing that, you know, some other folks who live in other communities are, you know, getting their product packaged. They're just reheating it. Chef here at Thirwood Place works with a pretty generous budget, and he's getting the freshest meats, seafoods, produce. And correct me if I'm wrong, but you do have a pretty good budget. You're getting the best of the best.
We're buying the best that we can buy.
Yes. So other communities are cutting corners, and he does not have to do that, which is good.
No, and the cooks like it too. They get to play with the really nice food. Yeah. They're not just...
You're an actual cook and a chef. Yeah, you're not just a reheater.
Right. We do everything fresh here. Our vegetables, our potatoes, everything is made in-house. We do not make our bread. We buy that. I don't have a bakery, but this is called the silver skin. I'm taking this off. On here, this is very leathery. It's like a tendon kind of texture. You don't want that. So we're going to just slide the knife underneath, and I use my finger to hold it up, and we just kind of slide right on it. It doesn't want to cut itself off because it's so tough. Mm-hmm. But once we get this all cleaned up, and that silver skin off.
Yep.
There's what they call a little chain here. You can see it trying to pull itself off. When you buy a steak you go to a restaurant, that little end, you can never really eat it. That's what that is. And restaurants leave that on there for the weight. Mm-hmm. So this is a 10-ounce steak. If you clean this all up, it's really a 7-ounce steak. So when they're telling you you're getting a 12-ounce sirloin, you're probably really getting a 10-ounce sirloin, because you can't eat that stuff. So we take that right off.
Good to know.
And yeah, so this is just gristle and tendon. We don't want that. Now normally I would do the whole strip at once. And on the back side, this is where it was attached to the bone. We're going to just clean this up a little bit. This is really not the same as the silver skin, just a few pieces might be. We take that right off. And we want to clean this up really nice. Like that.
That knife is very sharp.
Yeah, you don't want to make a mistake here.
Yeah.
So now I have this little barrel of just straight sirloin meat. And what we do here is I cut them down the middle. In the kitchen we call them barrels. So this would be about this long.
Yeah.
And we would season this, sear it on a flat top or even on a char grill, and we finish it in the oven. Doesn't take long, 15 or 20 minutes, and you got a nice medium rare sirloin. So I end up with two here, which is nice.
What temp would that be?
Well, on the cards I have different temperatures for different cook styles.
Yeah.
So I like to cook mine around 120. It's a beautiful medium rare.
Yeah.
And then you go to 130, you'll have medium. 140 up, you'll have.
That's with a thermometer,
With
right?
a thermometer,
But if
yes,
you were to
there's-
set your oven, would you put it at 375?
I start my ovens at 400 degrees.
400. Okay.
And as soon as I put the sirloins in, I turn it down to 300 degrees.
Okay.
And about 20 minutes, they're pretty much done.
Good.
Okay, we'll put that there. So what we're doing today on the recipe card is a garlic herb rubbed sirloin. And it's pan seared. We'll get that pan ready. I have here a little salt and pepper mix. We do in the kitchen here, and we just season that with that, like so, all sides. I'm going to rub it with a little fresh chopped garlic. And again, on all sides. This is garlic chopped, and I put it in a little olive oil. It'll last in your refrigerator for weeks. It's really, you have a food processor, you process it, add some olive oil, put it in a sealed container, and you have it whenever you need it. And we're doing an herb rubbed. So today I have some fresh thyme, some parsley, and we're just going to put that all around on the meat like that, roll it in there, get it all nice and yummy. We'll get rid of that. I'll turn this up. I'm using some clarified butter. I make this by melting down butter solids and skimming off the fats off the top. The milk solids fall at the bottom, and this comes out of the middle. It's very flavorful and it's fun to cook with. You could use olive oil or canola oil, any other oil that you wish, but we like this because it adds a lot of nice flavor. I don't put a whole lot in, just enough to get into the bottom of the pan. And we just take it, our steak, and in we go.
Great.
That smells good already, Larry.
Sure does. So some of the reasons people move to a senior living community is loneliness. They want to be social. Activities are very important to folks in community living, and food and activities, number one and number two, right? And think about the groceries you won't have to buy when you're dining like this every night. You'll never have to buy cuts of meat, seafood, and things like that. You're going to be treated to meals like this every night, which is nice.
Yes, and here the menu is different every night. So we rotate 6 weeks of different menus every single night. And on the 7th week we come back to the first week again, and we do seasonal menus.
Yep.
So we're switching it up all the time.
You're never getting bored.
We run dinner specials. We have our bistro, which we do dinner specials every Wednesday through Saturday.
Yep.
And we're going to get a nice sear on that. Oh, that looks good. And basically, I would just do this all the way around and take the whole pan and go right in the oven with it. Here, if I'm going to feed 160 people, well, we'll put them on sheet pans with a wire rack on it so they cook evenly, because there's so many of them going in the oven at the same time. Yep. In accompaniment to this, I have some shrimp. So that's another menu card you have. I took some large shrimp. These are peeled and deveined, and I made a marinade for them. It's a little soy sauce, some honey, lemon zest, and olive oil, on and on and on, garlic. What's nice about this is marinators. You can marinate these overnight. If you put citrus juice in here, it would cook the shrimp. The acid would. So I use just the rind of the lemon, and that doesn't allow the shrimp to cook. If you were to make one with lemon juice or lime juice, and you put them in a bag like this for an hour, you got ceviche. And you can see glad we don't have a smoke detector right above us.
Yeah, but it smells good.
So basically that's it on that part of the steak. You would take this now and go right into your oven. Close the door and set a timer for 15 minutes. You would try not to smoke the place out.
Good.
Okay, next we're going to take another pan. So this one here, we're going to do our little shrimps in. And the shrimp don't take long. I mean, they're very quickly cooked, a couple minutes on each side. That's not quite ready.
Yeah.
Put a little oil in here. Today we're going to serve all this good food with some fresh green beans, almondine, little sliced almonds. We'll get those going in a little of the drawn butter. Gonna need another pot holder. There we go. Next we're going to just add the shrimp, and these will not take long. As you can see, they go really quick. Okay, do that there. I'll take this one over here. Our green beans, I've already pre-blanched the green beans. And I chill them in cold ice water to stop the cooking so I can come back and just heat them up to serve. It's a nice little quick way to have dinner ready without going through all the hassle. A little salt and pepper. Time to trim the shrimp. I love the smell of almonds.
Yeah.
Cooking in the butter.
Yeah.
It's an old classic, but it's still a good one. Coming back to these guys. So these are done, Larry, and I'm going to take this plate.
Yep.
So they'll stay hot.
Sure.
This is our this is the bisque that we'll be serving for you folks tonight. It has 6 different seafoods in it. Crab meat, lobster, shrimp, scallops, cod, and salmon.
Wow. That sounds like another show we could do. Seafood 6 ways.
6 ways, and the same. Okay, so I'm going to reach over to my oven.
Yep.
Take out my sirloin, which is all cooked now, nice and medium rare. It's off, yep. And now it's just slice away. This is all meat, there's no fat. You serve a couple of medallions of the sirloin. Plate up a little of the green beans. Let's put this over here. Sorry for the noise. Okay. We have some nice rice pilaf.
Nice.
This is a little demi-glaze sauce I made to put on top of the sirloin.
Great. And what's a demi-glaze sauce?
It's a reduced veal stock with lots of herbs and spices, and we just reduce it down until it gets nice and thick.
Yep.
And a little bit of butter swirled into it, and some lemon juice, and call it home.
Could you use beef stock too?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. And parsley.
Nice. I hear these guys still sizzling too. Yep.
And these are nice. Oh, those look good.
Mm.
There we go.
Excellent. That looks delicious.
And this is our surf and turf. We have the roast sirloin and the shrimp.
Great. Thank you.
Move down here, Larry.
Sure. Now, this is great, Chef.
And our ritual is we always have a little glass of wine.
Oh, gosh. I almost forgot the wine. Chef, how about a Pinot Noir?
Works for me, Larry.
Okay. So incidentally, I forgot to tell the folks that we're in our main dining room. We're usually in the bistro filming this.
Correct.
Which is right around the corner. But because we have a live studio audience, we're in the main dining room. And this is where people dine each night. And also in the bistro. So there's two options for dinner.
Correct.
But yeah.
Our bistro menu is a lot lighter fare, lobster rolls, a get a cheeseburger. We do steak tips in there, which we would use at the end of the product here.
Chef, I have silverware here for
All
you
right.
and a napkin.
Thank you, sir.
And we can take a bite too.
Bon appetit.
Bon appetit.
Salute.
Salute.
Very tasty.
Good.
Let's give it a try.
Let's give it a try. So tender.
Mm-hmm. Not yummy?
Mm.
Oh, I like the shrimp.
Oh my God.
Very good.
Phenomenal.
Again, thank you for watching. Thank you for the assistance.
Oh, thank you, Chef. Thank you for joining us
Thank
today.
you for joining us, folks.
Yeah, please follow us on Facebook. Check out our website, thirwoodplace.com, and join us again next month for another episode of A Taste of Thirwood.